We are going to learn about the meaning and definition of company, right? So meaning, what do we mean by the company? The word company means a group of people or persons associated for any common objective such as business, charity, sports, research, etc. See, in the previous video we have learnt COM and PANIS, PANIS. What do you mean by this? So companies means to come together and to breed together. Right, we are working together. We means the people, the persons, they will come together and they will work together to breed themselves, right? So here we are speaking about the word company, which means a group of people. Group of people, when they are joining together, we call it as a team, right? Such persons who are associated for any common objective, any common objective. It can be anything like business. Let us do a business by coming together. If four persons are coming together and if they start doing business, as of now we can call those people as company, right? Because they are coming together and they are working together for any common objective. We will call those as company. Okay, do not call such people as company under Companies Act. Okay, the definition under Companies Act is different. You have to get registered in Companies Act, and then only we will be calling you as legal and registered company. Okay, now the common objective can also be charity, right? We four persons come together and we will start an orphanage or old age home or any other. We will be only making musical concerts, but for not for profit. That is what we call it as charity, right? So the common objective can be anything. It can also be sports. We can ask the people to indulge into sports. There is a campaign of the government called Fit India. Now we can motivate the people, we can inspire the people to come together and run for a marathon for the fit body and for the fit health, right? In a company, many persons contribute their money towards the share capital. What do you mean by this? In a company, many persons come together. That is what we have seen in the previous video. There we were speaking about the disadvantages of traditional form of businesses, where limited capital was the problem, right? Limited capital. But here we are speaking about share capital. You can sell the shares to any person who is ready to accept your shares and who is ready to invest in your company. Any person you can choose, right? A company means many persons coming together and contribute their money towards the share capital. That is possible in the company, and the affairs of the company managed by their representatives are known as directors. Now those people who are contributing their money to the share capital, those people will call those people as shareholders, because they are holding the shares, because they have purchased it from the company. Now because they cannot come to the company every day, and they will appoint the directors. They will appoint the directors, and the director will look after the day-to-day affairs of the company, right? And then the managers get their dividends as a return on their investments. The managers and the directors, their remuneration will be decided by the shareholders in the annual general meeting. Okay, this is all about the meaning of company. Okay, there are definitions. Now what the definition says in the Companies Act? A company formed and registered under this act or the existing company. This act means Companies Act 2013, section 2, and their subsection 20 says company means which is formed under this act and registered under this act in the Companies Act 2013. Then only we are calling such company as company, otherwise that is not a company, because this is company law. That is what we are going to learn. And the existing company means a company which is formed and registered under any of their previous Companies Act. We had previous Companies Act called 1956, Companies Act 1956. Even prior to that we had Companies Act 1912, right? So those Companies Act were working according to their legal construct. Now if your company is registered and formed under such Companies Act, then also in this act we are calling it as company, right? If it is not registered, we are not calling that as a company. And next, the definition was given by Professor Allen A. Okay, look at the spelling. Professor Alne has given the definition. An incorporated association. Incorporated means we are speaking about registered association. Okay, association means what? People coming together. That is what we call it as association. An association which is registered under Companies Act will be called as company only, right? Which is in a artificial person created by law. It is artificial person, it is not natural person. Artificial person which is created by law, having separate legal entity. What do you mean by this? You have learned this in PUCs, but still we will be speaking more about this in the coming chapters. So it is separate legal entity. By law itself we have separated. Entity means a substance, right? Separate legal entity with a perpetual succession. Perpetual succession means if I die, there will be some other legal representative who will look after the company. If I die, legal representative will come and he will handle the company. The company will run. There is no relation between the owner and the company other than the shareholders, right? So that is the perpetual succession and with a common seal. These are actually the features of the company which Professor Alne has said. There is a common seal, but in the 2013 Act, since 2015 the amendment is made, common seal is not required. But earlier common seal was very much required. It was a compulsion by the Act itself, right? So this is the definition given by Professor Alne. There are two more definitions we are going to learn. According to Justice Lindley, a voluntary association, he gives another feature or characteristic of the company. Voluntary association, what do you mean by this? It is association of the persons which is voluntary, it is not involuntary. Voluntarily people are coming. By their will and wish, the people are coming together and they are making the association or organization. It is an organized structure of many persons who contribute their money. There are so many people, they will contribute the money and we call that as organization or association which is registered. Okay, this is the definition given by Justice Lindley. That is what we are going to learn. Or money's worth. If the people cannot contribute money, they can also contribute money's worth. Let us say there are four friends who are starting a company. Out of four, only three can contribute the money, but the fourth one says, I cannot contribute you money, but I can contribute my land. I have 2 acres of land. I can donate my 2 acres of land for the sake of company. That is also possible. Money's worth we are speaking about, right? Money's worth to a common stock. Common stock, we are speaking about common stock means that there is a stock of money which will be used for the business, and this stock usually we speak about the shares, right? So if the people are giving their contributions, then such contribution will be added in the stock means the capital, the share capital. That is what we are speaking here, common stock, and employ it in some trade. This stock, this capital stock which we have got, which will be employed, which will be used in the business, right, or business, to share the profit arising therefrom. What do you mean by this? We are asking many people to contribute their money. With this money we are doing business, and with this business if we are getting some profit, that profit will be shared amongst everybody. This is the definition given by Justice Lindley. Last definition given by Justice Marshall. This is what we are going to learn. Here we will end. The company is an artificial person, invisible, intangible, and existing only in the eyes of law. What do you mean by this? See, the company is an artificial person which is created by law. Artificial person. Now we have understood who is that artificial person. And now invisible, you cannot see the company. You can see the logo of company. You can see the name of the company. You can see the office of the company. But where is company? Company is not there. There will be one certificate of incorporation. That is what gives the birth to a company, certificate of incorporation. But you cannot see the company, right? So it is invisible, intangible, because you cannot see. You cannot touch it, right? and existing only in the eyes of law. Only in the eyes of law company is there, but can you see it? No. Can you touch it? No. So even if you have eyes which are natural, you cannot see the company. That is what the definition given by Justice Marshall. He says company is an artificial person, invisible, intangible, and existing in the eyes of law. Now these three definitions we have learned, and meaning that we have seen the company. Question may be asked for 2 marks. What do you mean by a company, or define a company? You have to choose out of these three, you have to choose the best one which suits your requirement, and you have to answer it accordingly, right? So in the next video we will be learning about the characteristics, because Justice Lindley and that the other person, Justice Allen, have already given you many characteristics, like a separate legal entity, there will be a common seal, there will be perpetual succession. Here the Justice Lindley is saying a voluntary association, and there will be a common stock. These are all characteristics of company which will be dealt in the next video, right? So that's all about meaning and definitions. We will see you in the next video, right? Thank you. Till then, stay home, stay safe.